15 minutes with the system.
Yeah, we got scammed.
Huh?
We got scammed
Why?
because it said 15,000
It
feet.
always says that though. They never go to the highest.
Yeah, the plane's fucking in all sorts up there.
Time is race 15.
3:40, so that'll work perfectly. 15 minutes before race 1 today. I thought it would be a good topic.
Is that on?
I don't know, is it? Yeah, it's got record yet.
Nice.
Good topic for the day. Let's pull this down a little bit. If someone was to sign up or to start match betting now obviously, well, yeah, I'll just ask the open question and then we can all sort of factor in our own opinions and whether they do this and ifs and buts and all that jazz. If someone started match betting now in 12 months' time, how much would you expect they make?
Do you want me to answer that?
Give your
with a
opinion
number?
on this first.
Just say it.
No, but it's dependent on who it is.
Yeah, of course. It's dependent on a number of things and that's what we can sort of dive into.
All right. So if I gave it to someone off the street who didn't even knew what betting is, they never bet before, and I don't know, they're not good with tech and they don't really do things. They don't take risks, even though it's not risk taking. They probably would look at it and just not do it.
Yeah, okay. So 0.
Yep. If someone started it who was like 18 years old, 19 years old, usually has a crack at things, long mindset, big goals, take things by the balls whenever they do it, probably between, I'd say, 30 and 100.
30 and 100 grand
That's the go-getters.
in the next 12 months.
Yep.
Okay.
And obviously Lenny's like that. That's what he started as.
Yeah.
And then you've got the average person that just comes in and gives it a crack. I'd probably say easily 10K, more likely to be like a 15K, like a Platinum Pete sort of
Yep.
15 to 20. But
So what's the major difference between the go-getters who make 50K in their first 12 months and sort of, you know, the everyman, let's call it, who makes it, you know, their 15 grand in 12 months?
how do I say this without being
This is
disrespectful?
no,
to
we're not
people?
being disrespectful.
Some people have what it takes, some people don't.
Huh?
Some people have what it takes, some people
But
don't.
what does that mean? If someone
obvious.
wants to have what it takes, what does that mean?
How does someone become Elon Musk?
Well, no one can become Elon Musk.
Well,
He's a
like
fucking special
take it down a
sort
few
of
cogs
unit.
and be like, how do you become a successful business owner or a company owner versus
Same as anything. Like how
working
bad,
a
how bad do you
salary
want it?
and working for your boss for
All right,
50K.
yeah, but like I think that's a pretty like unfair response though, because if you're someone,
No, but,
someone's coming to you, you're the head of match betting in fucking Australia, whatever. Don't need to fucking blow your
The CEO.
no.
blow your trumpet, but like, you know, obviously, you know, head of Hustler Squad, you know, basically the reason we're all here, yada yada. Someone's coming to you and said, "Hey mate, I want to fucking make 50 grand in my next 12 months," and your response to him is, "Well, you've either got it or you're not." Like
obviously
that's a bit
that's not my
unfair.
response
Well,
to
then that's the response I'm looking for.
Okay, so let's go into the actual factors or variables. You've got bankroll,
What's bankroll?
how much money they have to invest.
Okay.
If you got 1,000, I mean, you can make 50K in your next 12 months, but it's probably unlikely. If you had like 5 to 10 to start,
Yeah.
I
Then-
started with fucking $1,500.
there you
I
go.
reckon I started with 3 grand.
I mean, you can do it for sure. It's just more of a grind.
Yeah.
The more like not having 100K versus 10 is not much different. Like if you got more than 3, you're good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And even if you can start with 1,000,
so
but
money's sort of the first factor.
that helps. Like if you have $300 to your name, no income, no savings,
That's tricky. Yeah.
It's
I'd
gonna
say
be
it's
hard.
very minimal in 12 months' time.
I'd say it's minimal in 2 months' time.
Yes, once
I'd
you
say
get past it,
the first
100%.
2 months
Yeah.
is the only real time where money is actually.
But
like
12 months' time, your starting position is almost irrelevant.
yeah, I agree.
to some degree. Yeah.
It's how fast you get through the first 2-3 months. How quickly you make your first 10K will
Yeah.
then.
I think it's more like the momentum side of things as well, though.
Correct.
If it takes you, yes, like you might get to month 3 and you've only made 3 grand because you started with $1 grand. But because you've been going at a slower trajectory in those first couple of months, you're not going to be as inclined
Correct.
to push the boundaries. Whereas if you, in your first 2 months, you make 10 grand, then you're more inclined to make 50 grand in your next sort of 8-10 months sort of thing.
Which I think we actually shoot ourselves in the foot by being so conservative with how we promote our product.
I think so.
And previously when we had like Hustler was its own brand by itself back in 2020, 2021 when it first started, it was just me promoting this like you can make 10K in 6 months, 5K in 2 months, like that kind of stuff. And many people were doing that. And then once you've made that first 5, 10K, you've seen it. It's not the same as making 500 over your first month or 2 months. And as you said, you get demotivated if you're not getting instant results. Humans are sort of instant gratification, whatever. So the money starting off is good. That's one factor. The second factor is over a 12-month period, whether you decide to take things to the next level using multiple accounts.
Yeah.
So scaling.
There is an element of luck in it too in the early stages.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if you want to go into this, but if you have a positive variance period at the start, I'd say you're more prone to be pushing it.
You're talking about the system.
Yeah, it's very specific to the system, though.
I think that's unrealistic to someone in the starting position to be experiencing variance, if that makes sense. Yeah, the only thing I would say is the system.
The system will definitely have variance.
Where else are you going to get variance from?
It's mainly the system. Yeah, you're not going to get variance anywhere else.
No, but like as well, like coming from a losing background with losing accounts, if you have, like we have had a number of members in the community make a lot of money who have had previous accounts with like Sportsbet, Ladbrokes, Tab, PointsBet, whatever, getting VIP managers and they're just getting pumped with deposit offers before they come. Yeah. They can then turn those accounts into gold mines. And now how long that lasts, I'm not sure. There's a member in our community that's made over 150K, probably more now.
Do you have any stories on those big accounts?
I personally haven't got, well, me and Tom had one back in 2018, but actually got banned because we were just taking deposit offers only. And
what kind of offers were you getting?
$1,000 every Friday from Ladbrokes and then probably another $1,000 throughout the week. So like 2K match every week just on one account. But then eventually we got banned. Even though the account was losing, we were moving money into Betfair back then, successfully laundering it. That then turned into a banned account because we were only taking offers. But back to the point. So you got money. You've got whether you scale. Probably won't go into too much detail there, but essentially I'll go into that maybe at the end if we have time. The history of your accounts, having more accounts now before coming in is actually more advantageous. Even though you're going to make less money on the signups, your account I think will stay open longer. Yeah. So there's your three. What else haven't I considered? I guess what type of person you are in a sense of like how serious you do things and like how quickly you pick up new skills. Like
would you say like I guess the person, yes, but like it also depends a bit of their own life. Like if they've got more time to fully go balls to the wall, like if you're just going to sort of put in, 5 hours a week, you're going to get progress, but you're going to be doing it at a much slower clip. Whereas if you're someone, obviously, and not everyone has a spare sort of 10 hours and a spare 15, even a spare 20 hours.
Well, 20 hours is like the high level.
If you've got 20 hours spare a week, then you're going to be making 50 grand in your first 12 months.
But why do people get into it and they're in kind of positions where they probably could be more flexible with their hours, choose to go to more conventional routes than match betting?
Potentially they don't like. I think the demotivation factor of like not making enough in the first month or two and potentially not understanding what to do. Maybe people, especially outside of our community, getting banned in their first month. Like they sign up to 10 bookies and get banned from 4 of them and then they go, this doesn't work. Like this, just give up on it. When realistically you can do a lot of things for a long period of time. Yeah, cool. You will get banned from some bookies, but you can definitely still keep milking them.
Because I'd say like the start of my journey, I probably didn't have time, but as soon as I started making money from it, it just freed up my time.
But that's
to
the thing.
dedicate to it.
Correct. And this is something that happens to a lot of members on the system. They start on a low unit size and they don't make enough money in the first month or two to justify the time that they're investing.
Yeah.
It's like if you go to the gym for 7 hours a week, right? And you don't improve for the first month, you're a high chance of stopping because you're not getting instant results. You can't justify what you're doing. But if you say, all right, in 12 months is my goal, not in 1 month, the whole thing will change. If you go to the gym for 7 hours a week for 12 months, you will literally be a monster if you're training correctly. But you won't know that until you get to month 12. And it's the same as like you will make 30K in your next 12 months, 20K, 50K, 100K, whatever, even 10K. I say 10K because even though I sort of said 10K at the start, you don't have what it takes to make 50 or 100. 10K is nothing to sneeze at as a side hustle for in a 12-month period. That's huge.
Decent,
and that's very achievable. Everyone should be making 10K in 12 months.
Yeah, they're very conservative numbers. They're doing like the
10K
basics with the system, basic bonus turnover.
10K is
You're
easy.
pushing it your own kind of routes and directions.
That 10K ain't happening. What's 10 divided by 12? Like 800 or something? Like just over?
Whatever.
That's not 800. you're not making $800 every month.
Yeah.
You're making probably 400, 700, 1,000, and then all of a sudden in month 6 you start making 2K, and then it just compounds. So that's where it goes. And I think, I don't know, I'm not sure if I left out any factors.
No, I think that's. I definitely think
also,
there's just a bit more like just the person you are, and just the thing is everything that we're saying right now, it sounds so easy to do, but in reality, like practically speaking, and to actually do it, it's so much harder. Yes, it's so easy to be like, just do it for 12 months, it'll pay off. Correct. But it's like, I don't want fucking 12 months away. Like 12 months is ages away. Like. How it's so much harder to actually think that, or it's so much harder to actually do that than it is to say that.
Yeah, they'll work casually for the next 12 months to make the same amount of money or less.
Yeah, but it's not that simple. Yes, it is. What you are saying is that simple, but it's like
in hindsight, it's that simple.
In hindsight, it's that simple, but it's like, yeah, but they're going to make that money. It's guaranteed. They're going to make that money from day one. They're going to get. It's not going to impact their life. They're not going to. They're not going to have like any extra stresses, any extra risks.
We understand that it's guaranteed in 12 months, but
but like even still, like when yes, if you can make, say, like, you know, you say to someone, all right, well, they can work their casual job and make 12 grand over the next 12 months, or they could make 12 grand match betting. Yeah, but like for the first 3-4 months, they can't access that money. So what are they going to do for the first 3 or 4 months when they've only got sort of $2,000 bankroll? And they can't actually take that money out. So what are they going to do for those first couple of months? Like, it's all well and good to be like, you're going to make the same amount of money in 12 months time, but it's like people need money and they need it now. So
that's the thing.
Which is a short-term mindset.
A lot of people...
A short-term mindset, bro. It's a necessity. It's a need. People need money to live. It's not a short-term mindset. It's, no, people need to live their life.
People shouldn't be approaching match betting as a job in the early stages or an extra income.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be putting money into it and time into it and expecting results that are not real and then getting deflated by that. Because the realistic thing is, yeah, cool, you can make 1,000, 2,000 first month. You can. But if you do it properly and you want to make 20K in 12 months, you probably should only make 200 or 300 in your first month. And then that's what Steve's saying, like, they need the money maybe to take it out, or I don't know, they can't see the bigger picture, and then they just...
Yeah.
It's easier to work like the casual job because it's guaranteed in their head. They're going to get paid an hourly rate. And even though in theory and in hindsight it is guaranteed match betting, you're going to make that money if you do it properly, you still have to do it. And if you don't do it, you're not making the money. So I don't know. It's like with anything. It's like there is an element of short-term mindset to it for some people, for sure. But I think the unknown kills a lot of people. There's uncertainty. Humans are like creatures that don't like going out of comfort zones. So you'll see a lot of people, they'll have $1,000 to invest, and it's like, I've got 10K in my savings. They literally will say that to you, but I don't want to invest it. But that 10K in savings, or even 4 of that or 3 of that, could compound them into making more money, but they're just like a bit hesitant. Whereas other people, like, yeah, cool, bro, let's go. Let's take this by the balls. You'll see people get in the DMs, free course, within an hour they've bought Platinum. Within 2 days they've bought the system on a 6 monthly, and then they fucking make 20K in 12 months. It's like, then you see someone join on a weekly or a monthly, and then they unsub within a week. And it's like, why? Like, there's a number of different factors. But the whole broad thing of match betting is just, we haven't even considered the gambling aspect to it as well, like people coming from gambling backgrounds. We've just spoken generally. So there is a temptation to lose and do things outside that can potentially make you more money, and then you go off track.
Well, you're just saying people get derailed and that's why they don't make money?
No, that's a low percentage of it. But that would be more sort of why people don't start. Because they're more likely to just keep chasing the multi. Like, you see all people all the time, but I could have made like, why would you turn a bonus over $20 when you can turn it into 500?
Something like the mugstem would potentially, the mugstem would be potentially derailing their future in the space.
I don't think it's that deep, but maybe.
Derailing their future.
In the match betting space.
I already said
they're still chasing the kind of unrealistic gains.
Yeah. I think we also haven't considered like the type of person from a sense of their family. Like, people have like kids. So like main day of match betting is Saturday. Yeah. A lot of people held back by that as well. they can't free up their Saturdays. And yeah, cool, you can make money throughout the week, but it's probably not like it was in 2018, 2019,
No, you
where
need
you could
your
just take the
Saturdays.
piss throughout the week.
Yeah.
Saturdays. But then on the flip side, you've got people that literally don't do more than 8 to 10 hours a week and would make 50K a year,
Yeah.
Or even,
and they just do Saturdays.
Yeah.
And then maybe a couple of hours
even
during
at
the
the
week.
highest level, you could make.
Sorry, Big Glenn.
Is that it?
Yeah.
We're going to watch this race.
Yeah.
Tom's tipped
2-unit
2 unit bomb on Motterman.
Bombs.
Depth charge, a gap in the field, Silver Hammer.
We're leading.
Leading.
Acid Wash and Jack Ivy is
Go on, Moto
So
Man!
the favourite Moto Man took it
Moto
up
Man.
towards the
Moto Man,
top
he
corner
reckons.
of the 850 by about a
You didn't even
half
talk
length.
about your
He
skydiving.
a couple of lengths away to Mid Man
How was it?
outside of Bonnet Rouge.
Yeah, I'm
Then
feeling
came in
knackered now.
Samotsa, who settles
Yeah,
the
I'd
outer
rather,
depth
it
charge.
takes you out of you.
Took it
I'm
to
fucking
Silver
Takes you out of here, you
Then
reckon?
Acid Wash
It
and
takes
Jack
you out of
Ivy
you.
is
Yeah,
the
no, it does. It
leader.
takes you out of you when you're up there.
Neutral speed, the leader Moto Man just in front coming up to the turn.
But it does take it out of you
Tom
also.
getting a bit closer, 2 lengths
Go on.
Bonnet Rouge.
What's following it? The
Next to field
750.
by Mid-Man, who's
Yeah.
about to peel
The
through
only thing that
from
can beat
Depth
it-
Charge, who's shook up. Then it's a Monster Silver Hammer. Moto Man from
the horse
PME at
next
the
to it's
outside.
looking-
Ellen hasn't fleeced on the second one yet and is about to call on
That's
her.
what I was gonna
And
say.
goes up to Moto Man.
Well, go on,
Set
kick back.
two with 2
Forward back!
A couple
Run
of
away!
yards.
You cunt!
Moto Man went into another gear. Moto Man kick.
Oh.
Coming out of
No, it's home. It's home, brother. They
Oh!
Shut up.
Oh, shit! Oh!
I think Moto.
You fucking mug. How many dollars you have on that? Zip, zilch, zero. Look at the chat going off.
Steve's done. Doesn't want a part 2. Don't want a part 2.
Come on, where's the chat? Wake up. There we go. 270. Tom's up and about. Plus 3 units, plus 3.2 units. So if you want to learn what match betting is and how to get started, there's a free course linked directly in the YouTube description. It goes for 60 minutes. It contains a number of videos explaining how it all works and how you can get started for free today.